Saint Juan Diego, a native Mexican, was born in 1474 and given the name Tlaxcala. At his baptism, which took place around 1525, he received the Christian name Juan Diego. On December 9, 1531, while he was walking to Mass, Our Lady appeared to Juan Diego at Tepeyac Hill, northwest of what is now Mexico City. Her appearance was that of a mestizo woman in both features and dress, and she spoke to Juan Diego in his own language. Mary asked Juanito to go to the local bishop, request that he go to a church on the side of her appearance. The bishop, reluctant to leave Juan Diego, asked for a sign.
Before Juan Diego could return to the hill, he learned that his uncle was dying. Concerned that he would die without the grace of the last sacraments, Juan Diego hurried to bring a priest to his dying uncle's bedside. However, Mary met him on his route, told him that his uncle had been cured, and instructed Juan Diego to return to the hill to gather flowers as a sign for the bishop. Though it was out of season, he found roses, wrapped them in his cloak or tilma, and returned to the bishop. When Juan Diego unfolded his tilma, the roses fell out, and both he and the bishop were astounded to discover the image of Mary on the cloak, looking exactly as Juan Diego had described her.
The tilma that bore Mary's image soon became an object of veneration. In 1533, a small chapel was built on the side of the apparitions to house the cloak with its miraculous image. Today, just below Tepeyac Hill, stands the Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe, where the tilma can be seen just as it was seen by the bishop in 1531. The church is a triumph of contemporary architecture incorporating many facets of Mexican culture and spirituality, and it creates a warm, prayerful, and welcoming environment. Pilgrims on foot or on their knees, often bearing roses, slowly process to the enshrined image. They come to ask favors of the Merciful Mother, or to give thanks for a tender and compassionate response to their prayers. A moving walkway for pedestrians is set behind and beneath the sanctuary so that pilgrims can get a closer look at the image of Our Lady of Guadalupe displayed on the sanctuary wall. Despite not the constant river of pilgrims, the shrine is quiet and meditative. The crowds are not a distraction to those who come to worship in the body of the basilica.
Pilgrims still climb to the top of Tepeyac Hill to visit the original chapel and the site of the apparitions. They can also visit the room where Juan Diego spent his last years in prayer and propagating the account of the apparitions to his countrymen. Through Mary, under the title of Our Lady of Guadalupe, and through the evangelizer, Saint Juan Diego, many of the native peoples of Mexico were converted to Christianity and were baptized into the church. As a place of pilgrimage, this shrine ranks among the most popular in the world, attracting over 10 million pilgrims each year.
Mary appeared at Tepeyac as a young, pregnant woman of indigenous descent. She revealed herself as Mary, the true Mother of God, a merciful Mother who listens to the suffering of her people and consoles them all. As her image was imprinted on Juan Diego's tilma, so Mary becomes imprinted in the deepest recesses of the hearts of all who come to her. Under the title of Our Lady of Guadalupe, Mary is the patroness of the Americas. There are millions of Catholics in the United States whose devotion to Our Lady of Guadalupe and regard for St. Juan Diego help keep our faith and commitment to evangelization alive. The Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe is celebrated on December 12th. Pope John Paul II beatified Juan Diego in 1990. In 2002, the same Pope canonized him at the Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe. The Church celebrates the feast of Juan Diego on December 9th. Saint Juan Diego is in the company of numerous others who have been privileged with the vision of the Virgin Mary, such as Saint Bernadette of Lourdes, France, and the three children, Juanita, Francesco, and Lucia of Fatima, Portugal. These visionaries love the Virgin Mary. Their lives of faith and the gift of God's graces have drawn millions closer to Christ. Juanita and Francesco were beatified by Pope John Paul II on May 13, 2000. Lucia, a nun of Columbra in Portugal, attended the ceremony.